Hello everyone, welcome to this weird angle on the CowLisMan channel. I just wanted to let you know, before the other let you know thing after this is horrible, alright? This quality, it's horrible, alright? It's a very slow video. If you have ADHD, probably not best idea to watch this, to be honest, because I was in such a huge rush to make this, because I have about a week to get this, less than a week to get this done. So please don't blame me, but give me some feedback, as I will say in about 30 seconds. Not on how shit the video is, but on the opinions I give on me criticizing the short film, alright? This is a horrible video. It's like a little documentary that's really bad. Think of it that way. I act like I'm half asleep through the whole video. I shouldn't be ranting about this for so long, but I don't really care. Basically, I've done a lot of work on this college project, and I'm getting very tired. I really want to get this done because it feels like a ghost that's over my shoulder, getting ready to kill me. It's like a curse for me right now. I need this done. And if you guys don't know me, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And if you guys don't know me, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, okay? And I hate this video. I am very criticizing towards myself, and it's probably not good for my mental health, so yeah, enjoy the video, please. I'll be back soon, maybe. I don't know. One more thing as well, if you want to look in the description, there's a PDF, hopefully, of my script that I've done. If you want to give it a read, you know, give me some feedback in the comments, please. That'd be great. Feedback at all would be great. Thank you very much, and enjoy the video. Bye, 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 bye. So 2 months ago, I took a break from YouTube. The question is why? Why did I quit? Okay, well, firstly, I just couldn't be asked with YouTube, but secondly, I had a big college project to work on. Okay, the biggest project of my life, alright? Much worse than high school. I would have never done this project in high school. This is... We're not on 60 FPS here. I was making a short film, as some of you know, and as the title says, I didn't do it, and I want to talk about it. Because I want you guys to know what I've been up to, and why I've been gone for 2 months, and what do you mean by short film? So at the end of my first year of the college course, you get to choose what you can do. Okay, so you could be a poster, it could be a website, photography, you know, stuff like that. I did a short film, okay, because I've been doing YouTube for 5 years now. I know how to edit, and I've always wanted to make a story like this. When I pitched it, the shooters told me to make it a bit shorter because I wanted to make it about 10 minutes long, and they said maybe bring it down 5 minutes. I was like, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do 11 minutes. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make it past 10 minutes. I didn't. I've got a headband in. My hair's getting too long now. I don't know why I haven't discovered this sooner, to be honest. And because my college course actually has all the equipment for me, you know, I've got, even this camera is for college. Obviously, because I'm recording this for college, I just, why not book this out? It looks professional, doesn't it? I don't look professional. Look at me. But you get microphones, you get cameras, so I've been doing a lot of things to prepare for this. And that brings us on to the first chapter. I'm doing chapters, guys. The first chapter. I don't really want to get into the story of this short film, but it's just about a guy. He's a schizophrenic, and his friend is dead. But he doesn't know this, and he's kind of reliving when they first met. And he doesn't know this because he's a schizophrenic, and he doesn't believe it, and then as it goes on, the audience realizes that he is dead, and this guy's a schizophrenic, right? If that makes any sense to you, cool. If it doesn't, put the subtitles in ChatGPT, I'm sure. So I had the idea all good. I started off with it being like, there was so many different concepts. Of how I wanted to start it, how I wanted this to go. But it evolved over time, and that just kind of grew out to be this big idea, okay? How long have I... Oh my god, I've been recording for 6 minutes, I've only just made it to the first chapter. And one of my friends from college also was going to help me out with this, and we did it for a while, you know, we were all planning it together, but I just thought I wanted to do it alone. He had his own ideas, so we just ended up doing it like separate, you know. He had his own project to do, I had my own project to do, so I ended up doing this short film on my own. That means I had to edit it. I had to do the fucking script. Oh, I swore. I'll censor it. I just had to plan everything, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible, okay? It's been torture for me for the past, what, 2 months? Yeah, I had to do a lot of research for my short film, okay? I did so many slides for my research. It was just one of those Google slides, and each slide was just filled to the brim with information, and obviously it was just for me being marked, right? I probably wouldn't have done it, but I have actually learned from all this. You know, I'm definitely gonna, you know, I've learned. This is what this video is for. I'm gonna tell you what I've learned, okay? And I've definitely learned. You know, you definitely need to do some research beforehand. Like, you know, if you don't know something about something, you gotta look into it, or else you're gonna look like an idiot when you do try to do it when you don't know what to do. Wait, what is my grammar? I looked at a lot of YouTube videos and books on like mental health, you know, how to actually edit like a short film, how to color grade things. What am I doing? So I spent like the majority of the first month doing all the research and stuff. I also did a lot of testing with the sound and cameras, and I had to figure out which camera worked the best and which mic worked the best, and there's such a huge issue with the mic. Are you crying? Like someone needs to go for a pet. There was like 4 different ones I tested out. 2 of them just weren't connecting. I was trying to do the frequency and stuff. One was like wireless or something. One that was like you could clip it on, and there's another one you could clip on, right? But only second years were allowed it, and I'm a first year, so, you know, obviously they're the more dominant ones of the food chain, the second years. And the diary as well, I had to mark down everything I did each and every day, like, you know, and there was like so many pages of that as well. You know what, have a look at that. Whoa, that's crazy, isn't it? Lots of diary stuff and all that. Script as well, it took me a long time to do. It took me a lot of redos to take, and then I actually got it towards an actual writer. He gave me some feedback on it, and I thank him for that. It's all in my research now, though. Thank you. I'm not going to talk about that because there's a lot to like talk about in this video. But yeah, I finished the script and everything was ready. I just needed to plan the locations and stuff. So firstly, one of the locations I wanted a cafe, and I knew exactly where to go, and one of my friends worked there. Her name, Sky Ashworth, thank you very much. I gave you the last name as well, so I look like an idiot. This is going to go all over the town's notice board, I'm telling you. So thank you for letting us use a cafe. Thank you for helping out with the short film. She was doing the lighting and the camera the first day. Well, any scenes that were in the cafe. We got Megan, another friend of mine, Megan Quintas. Thank you so much for doing the what is it? The mic stuff. Yes, you did the mic stuff, didn't you? Yes. And then we got me and Aaron. You know, Aaron Pradhan. We're actually going for last names here. I don't know why. We were both acting in it. Okay, I was the schizophrenic. And then, you know, Aaron was the dead person, so it was all planned out. We got it all sorted, okay? So, let's move on to the next segment, the next chapter. Day 1. Day 1 you saw in the 5th anniversary video, which was my last video. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I've got behind the scenes there. So the cafe scene is in the middle of the short film.
Do you remember when I was sick up in? Do you remember? Or you just laughing?
He was stumbling.
Oh, mate, what's going on here now? What's your code?
And we had about 4 weeks left of this project to actually just get these recordings sorted. So technically about 2 weeks to do it. We picked each other up. I went to go to the shop to go get myself a Guinness bottle so I could, you know, for the prop and for the paint. So then it took us about half an hour to set up, to actually plan everything and how everything goes. And everything was just so horrible because everyone was so inexperienced, right? Even I was, okay? I don't know what I was doing. This is my first time setting up a scene in my life. This is huge, okay? So all 4 of us, we were there in the cafe, we were setting up. Megan had her headphones on. Sky was playing with the camera or something. She was on her phone most of the time. Aaron was just sitting there, you know, and I was just, what was I doing? I don't know, I was reading the script or something. And then we had the lighting. Obviously, the lighting for the scene was pretty dark in the cafe, but thankfully, I had a little light stick that I could change the color to whatever I wanted. So I changed it to this nice, warm orangey color. You'll see that. I mean, you can see it right now, can't you? And the thing is, it's not as easy as just reading the script and acting it out, because obviously I'm working with my friends.
What was his name, Sean? What the fuck? Okay, whatever you're right. Everyone shut up, shut up.
Come on.
When I was 11. Sorry. I was just checking if you were laughing.
Go, man.
Yeah, my family was the same.
It's just okay.
So well.
What part of town are you from?
I'm from this New Jersey. I put my fucking resting. Right, do we have like all the time in the world? Like, how much time do we have, Sky?
A bit of a strut, yeah?
Yeah. And this is another lesson I learned now, is I'm never ever gonna act in a short film again, because firstly never acting with a friend. Secondly, never acting again. Right. I wanted to direct this short film, not act in it. That was, you know, I was looking for people. I put posters up on these groups for acting, but none of them fit the role, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna have to do it. It's just quicker, it's easier, and it was a horrible idea. I'm never doing it again. Next time I do this, I'm planning it properly, and I'm finding some people that want to act, and I want to direct, you know. My acting was absolutely terrible. All I was doing, I was just like looking down, I was just like really depressed. I mean, that was a part of the character, but like, I was horrible at it. Aaron was pretty good, because like, I mean, I was just directing him to how he should act, but like, for not going into like an acting school, he was pretty good, you know. He was alright, you know. But you know, if you're watching this right now, if you go to acting school, if you want to be an actor, right, you gotta go to acting school, at least, you know. That goes to everyone. Everyone goes to acting school. Every now and then I was double checking the script, and everyone got really pissed off at me. Where's the script?
Oh my god.
Why do you need the script?
Because I was like, I mean, I don't know what the shots I needed to do. This was all so unplanned. I didn't know what I was doing. You know those boards where like you can see, you've probably not heard of them, but like when you're planning a short film, you have to like have these before planned, like storyboard where you can see the frames of where the people are gonna go. I didn't do that, but I should have definitely done that, because it would have made things a lot easier of where I needed the cameras to be, and who I needed to be in it, who I needed, who needed to speak, and I don't know what I'm saying right now. Eventually, after about 2 hours, I think it was, we finished it. And that's a wrap, guys.
That's a wrap for today.
And it was alright, you know, I was pretty happy with it, you know. I mean, it took a while, but I was pretty happy with how it ended. And I was kind of looking forward to how this whole short film was going to play out. So I got back home, I transferred the files to the computer, and then the next few days, well, I got a new job. Firstly, as a bartender. That wasn't a problem, because they didn't need me that much. So a few days later, people were getting busy, okay, and I was trying to plan any date for anyone to be free. No big deal, we still got some time to do this short film, okay. And what I should have done, Aaron was free, I'm pretty sure. Me and him could have just found some new people to do the next couple scenes. We just didn't. I was stupid. I should have done that. Right, well now, moving on to day 2. So we got the next day of the cafe coming up. This was probably like a few days, literally, yeah, a few days after the first one. And, you know, it took us a lot quicker to set up this time, because we knew what we were doing. We knew exactly what we were doing, you know. I literally wrote on the script what to say this time, I'm pretty sure. This is the notes I put on it, so we could like make sure we got like all the right shots for it, instead of, you know, because obviously I didn't do the, what was it called again? Instead of doing that, I just wrote down where each line I wanted the certain words to be. And look how full I wrote this, man. It didn't even take that long, to be honest, but I'm actually kind of proud of it, this script. I'm keeping this for a long time. I didn't really plan this whole video out either. As I do, I need to start planning things more, alright? College, give me a good grade, alright? I'm aware of my problems. So we were finishing all the cafe scenes, things were going okay.
We're recording.
Yeah?
What the fuck? Why is a plant in the middle of the table?
What are you smiling at? Sorry. You know the big house next to the church? No, it's not gonna help me.
Stop, guys!
No, blame him this time, alright? You guys are not happy. Jesus Christ.
I just want to
No, same, for real.
Why are you so interested? Why are you so interested? Why are you so interested? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you looking at?
I'm just not trying not to look at you. I remember this place now. Thinking of piss and shit.
I suppose, you know, we also did like a really awkward scene. We just had like a 1 minute clip of us just kind of staring at each other. Roy, I'm gay for you. And then we did the outside cafe scenes, which were kind of dreadful, to be honest. You could go like one of the sides, so then you're not in the reflection.
Okay, there we go.
That, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay. For the whole of day 1 and the first half of day 2, we were using a tripod to set up the camera, but this time we needed the camera to move about, and it was a pain.
Why'd you look blurry?
It's the focus. That's the zoom, Sky.
Well, yeah, but it's still blurry.
No, there's the blur. The focus is on the end. What was his name? What was his name?
It's not yet, Sky.
What the fuck? What's his name? What was his name?
Oh my god.
Roy. His name was Roy.
You never did tell me about how you got to that children's home. You're always so quiet.
Just standing there like that.
Ooh? Ooh?
Are you? We wanted to stay out for longer. The home had a curfew. I'm gay, Roy.
Oh, the mic was in frame, man. Redo.
Everything was just horrible. I didn't look at the footage before I got back home, and I should have done that. I should have fucking done that, because I was doing some of the outside scenes where I walk outside through the door, and I think we did like 4 or 5 takes. I mean, not many, but for a short film, maybe that's quite a lot. I don't know. It was very stressful, and even the last take wasn't good because, as you can see, it was just too dark. And I was just out of focus. So we finished off all the scenes, okay? We finished the whole cafe, alright? We finished outside the cafe bit. Then once I was home, I was looking at all the footage and I saw, this is horrible, okay? We might have to do this again. Maybe not, you know, we might be able to get away with it, but we might have to do it again. So then, I transferred the files from the SD card to the computer, okay? Remember this, I didn't copy it, okay? I moved it. I got this SD card reader from eBay for about 3 quid. No, like 2 quid. Okay, so I moved the files of the microphone to the computer and it all got corrupted. The camera stuff was fine, but all of day 2 of the sound was just it was gone. It was gone. So at this point I realized I should have just punch my monitor several times, throw my keyboard out the window, and do 5 backflips. I gave up. I gave up. I literally gave up. On day 2 of filming, I gave up. And we had about 2 weeks left, right? I mean, technically we had about 4 weeks left, but 2 weeks left for me to record it and edit it. And I was just like, I can't be arsed with this. So then I took my equipment back, finally, to college after about 2 weeks. And I told my tutor, look, this is horrible. I don't know how people do short films. I just told him I gave up. It's horrible. My files got corrupted. I got no time left. And he just said, just keep doing it. And I was like, what do you mean? I have no time. I can't do it. And he was like, yeah, you've still got 2 weeks. If you're committed enough, you can do it. Okay, you know what? That's motivating. It took me back to the whole reason I wanted to do the short film in the first place. Because I just wanted to just go full on. I wanted to kind of like prove to myself that I could do it. I was just like, oh my god, why am I quitting? This is not what I do, okay? I do YouTube for 5 years, alright? I can do a small short film. I can do this short film. I can. I know I can, okay? At least I will die trying. I'm dead, guys. I'm dead. So day 3 we got a new camera person because, you know, Sky, she was just busy with work, and I think I was just asking a lot of different people, and we came across another friend, Margot, and she seemed pretty fit for the role for being a camera person. She does photography and stuff like that. So she came instead of Sky. Megan was still there. Aaron obviously was still there. And this location was the first scene of the whole short film. We had to go drive to this place. We had to walk all the way up this hill with all our equipment. We needed a camping chair, we needed a rope for someone to kill themselves. That's not a joke, we actually needed that as a prop. We needed a rope. The thing is with this scene is we didn't have lighting from a light bar because it's outside, isn't it? So we were depending on the sunlight the whole time, and how, like, the sunset, okay? We needed the light of the setting sun, and we had about 3 pages to do. So we were getting ready to do the short film. One of the props, I wanted my character to be writing in a book, like, I don't know, like a diary or something, but I feel like if that was the fact, then we would have to see what he's writing, but I didn't know what he would be writing, so I moved on to, instead of making him write something, I made him just draw a tree or something. We got 3 different trees here, right? I wanted the tree to look really lonely and depressing, just like the one in the scene. This was my tree that I this is my tree that I drew. Then we got Aaron's version of the tree. It's literally just a tree from the Lorax. And then we got Margot's tree, which is just, that's incredible, man. Look at that. So obviously I used that. Compared to the others, I think that one is the clear winner. So we got some angles and stuff. I got Margot to go film some like establishing shots of like the scenery and all that. And this was probably like the hardest day of them all, because we were on like a very short time limit and there was like 3 pages to do. We didn't know anything about where everything's going. I think, yeah, for this day I didn't even plan any of the shots, and I should have. Again, I'm so annoyed I didn't, because I think we could have done that so much quicker. And I don't think Margot entirely knew how it wanted to look either, because obviously I was acting in it, so I couldn't see what she was doing, and this is what I mean. I need to just not acting in it and just direct it, because it could have been done. It could have been done if we had someone else. So then we did, like, you know, we were like struggling a lot with some of the shots that we had to do, but eventually the sun was like, it was getting fucking low. We only made it like half a page. I'm scared of editing this.
You should be.
Picked a direction, went for it. I've had enough walking today. Oh, f off! Sorry. Picked a direction, walked. I've had enough of it today though. F off! Why am I fucking slurring? Nice to meet you, Sean. You're from around here, aren't you? I can tell. Why are you laughing?
How'd you even get here? I've never seen anyone.
I can't be thorough.
I've never seen anyone up here before. How'd you even get here?
Can't you just pick a direction, move?
Why is this funny to you? You guys are shit actors. I hate this.
How'd you even get up here? I've never seen anyone else up here before. Why are you standing like that? How can you tell?
Seen you around before. What the f?
Billy, what encouraged you to laugh in that moment?
Half a page in about, we were out there for like 2 hours. I got like in such a mood on this day. I honestly couldn't handle it anymore. I just hated myself for not doing it well. This short film isn't gonna happen. There's no way this short film is gonna happen. The thing is, when I got back home, I realized like this isn't even for the short film now. This is for myself. So I accepted that I wasn't gonna have a short film, and instead I just kept going, because I think I just wanted to see how far I could go with it. And this brings us on to day 4. For some reason, also, the footage has just disappeared out my SD card, so that just sums up the whole issues for my short film. Another thing as well, just before day 3, I'm pretty sure Megan like crashed a car or something, and that was one of the reasons why we weren't able to shoot. Ignore that though, she's fine, she's alive. Her car's definitely dead though. This is a very hectic day as well. Okay, before this, right, let's just list down all the inconveniences that's happened before day 4 trying to shoot, right? So, people were busy, right? Obviously. We got Megan, she like didn't have the time at all, and I told her like we need someone with time, and like I had to find someone else to do the sound, because Megan was she didn't have the time. So on the day of shooting, I was texting tons of people seeing who I could. This is so like unprofessional of me. I've just realised I did not plan any of this. I managed to get a text from 2 different people. One, Aiden, you're cool. He didn't have much time though. Then we got Owain, right? Owain. Oh, I knew. You little bugger. He said he was up for doing the shooting, you know, he was free. And I said, alright, sound, be there at 6, you know. So this was at the cafe now. We got to redo the cafe stuff because the last sound stuff got corrupted. We got to the cafe, Aaron was there, I was there, and Sky was there again for helping out. Thank God Sky was, well, I mean, she had to be there if we're doing the cafe scene, you know. She had to let us in when it was closed. Owen didn't appear. Owen wasn't there because he went to go get food with his dad. Probably McDonald's. Hope you enjoyed that, Owen. And just before I got to the cafe, I got a call from work saying they needed me in 1 hour. I had 1 hour to do a whole scene with just the shot on me and outside, which I just decided not to do in an hour. I had to do just the whole scene of me in one shot in 1 hour. So we set up in about 15 minutes, right? It really didn't take that long. I got the script, I knew exactly what to say, and then Aiden, oh, what's he doing? Aiden's out the window. Aiden's out the window because he's just finished work and he's free to do the short film. But I was just like, right, it's too late now because we got Sky doing the fucking lighting and the camera. We got Sky doing the sound. And then Aiden was there looking through the cafe window for about 20 fucking minutes. I kid you not. He was there for 20 minutes staring through the window. I just had to keep saying my lines no matter what. Like, I didn't want to get distracted because we had an hour to do it. Everything was just horrible. I think fate wasn't on my side. I don't think the world wanted me to do this short film, but I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do one someday, I'm telling you that. And it was just all hectic, but we actually managed to do it. I got the light to sit down somewhere where it wouldn't move. I'm pretty bad at acting. I'm probably never gonna do it again. But we finished it, you know. I got Aaron to take all the equipment back home, ready to go to college again. I went to work and I was happy, you know. I was weirdly happy. I did 1/2 of the short film. Technically, I did what the tutors said I could do. Instead of doing 11 minutes, I did 5 minutes. Half of 11 is 5. Didn't edit it, don't get me wrong, but I'm editing this instead. So, technically, I did do a short film in 5 minutes, okay. And then I went back to college. I told my tutor, you know, I wasn't able to finish it. And it's horrible. All the stuff is horrible. But I did half a short film. But there were several, as you can, like, there were several issues with this. You know, there was issues with the lighting sometimes. There was issues with the acting. There was issues with the camera, a lot with the camera. Especially when we were up on that mountain because everything was on a slant as well. And I wasn't directing it, and that I felt like I was just acting in it and not directing it. It was horrible. That's why my tutor, when I went back to college, I told him all this, and then he suggested me to make this video, and I just thought it was quite ideal because I wanted to tell you guys what I've been doing anyways. Why not get marked on it? And that was all the days, 4 days of shooting. I thought it was more, to be honest. You know, with the locations, you know, there's a lot of things that I've kind of forgot to tell you about, like such as like location scouting. It took us about a day to search around for like the opening scene. I needed to decide like what my character's clothes are gonna wear. There's so much that you need to have into a short film, but there's a lot I've learned from it, you know, and I think most importantly is to plan way ahead, at least for me. Because nothing was planned. Some things were missing, like, you know, the storyboard I was telling you about. But another thing is to take my time and to not rush. I was in a rush constantly, waiting for someone to be free. But I feel like if I rush it, it's not going to be perfect, is it? And that was an issue as well when we did our first scene on day 3. Because the sun was setting and everything was all panicky and I just didn't know what to do. I should have just left it at that. I should have planned before that, knew exactly what shots go where, and I should have just came back the next day if we'd miss out on it, you know. And I think another one is to like kind of like look for feedback, you know, hear people's opinions on it. I mean, obviously I got an opinion from an actual professional writer, but it would have been good to maybe put out my actual script to people, show them and see how they feel. I asked like a few people, but I felt very isolated doing this. There were bits I enjoyed, but I feel like if I did a short film next time, I would definitely plan ahead and don't think so big. Like, you need to think, I think another big lesson I've learned is to think realistically, right? Because I got work, and then I've got just several other things I want to do. I can't just be sucked into this one thing. I need to have a schedule kind of thing. I think that maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I mean. And I never do schedules. I've learned so much from this. I used to think that doing short films were easy to do, and the truth is they're not. They are not easy to do. I didn't finish this short film. I didn't finish the editing or anything. I didn't do any of the editing except from like the first 30 seconds of it. But I don't think it's anything to be proud about. I mean, you know, it was kind of good to look at the idea of it, but I wasn't happy with it. Next time I do this, I'm doing it properly. I'm doing it right. I'm getting people that want to be a part of the short film and people that know what they're doing, or at least a little bit. I know that's kind of hard to find someone that is a professional at this stuff, especially at my age. My curtains are back, by the way it seems. But yeah, that's a huge little documentary for me. I've kind of got a bit of a trauma for short films now. I think I can do another one. I think in time, I think I can definitely do it again. That's the end of the college video thing now. You can just stop watching now, college people. I want to talk to my viewers now. Okay, when am I going to be back? Is the question, isn't it? You guys are all wondering that. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure yet. I have a feeling it's going to be quite soon. But thing is, I don't really know what I would come back with. I want to come back with something I enjoy doing and something I want to do. I don't know what I want to do a video on yet. Maybe give me some suggestions or something. You know what? Actually, no. Before, give me some feedback as well on the college thing. But yeah, that's what I've learned. I've learned a lot. Definitely. I'm definitely trying that again. But yeah, I think it's my time to go now because I've been recording for about an hour and it's going to take a long time to edit and I have half a week to do it. So I'm going to go full CowLisMan mode for this now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you when I upload my next video, which will probably be soon, I hope. Fingers crossed. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next CowLisMan video when my hair's even longer. Goodbye.